Good morning, dear cadets. So, I can hope that yesterday whatever things I have taught you have already completed. Okay. So, yesterday basically I have taught you primary introduction of acids, bases, salt and some other related information. Okay. Today with the continuation of same, I am going to tell you some more thing about the acids and bases. Okay. So just try to understand on the blackboard what I wrote here. Name of some acids and bases with their found in. So in yesterday's video only you have seen that the acids and the bases which are found in the nature, they can be classified on the basis of source. Okay, source like organic acid, inorganic acids. Okay, inorganic acid they are called mineral acids also, and according to the nature of acid they can be strong, they can be concentrate, there are various ways. So all those things you will study in the higher classes. Now here what I wrote, name of some acids and bases with their found in source. Like just see, name of acids found in means source. So just see, acetic acid is found in vinegar. Okay, and vinegar, that is in Hindi it is called sirica. Okay, formic acid, you might have heard about the yellow wasp and now ants. That formic acid is found in ants sting. Whenever they bite us, what is there? This acid is found in honeybees also. So whenever they are bite, what is there? We are getting the shooting pain, burning sensation on that spot. This is because of formic acid only. Okay. Citric acid, it is found in citrus fruits like orange juice, lemon juice, it is found. Lactic acid, it is found in curd. Oxalic acid, it is found in spinach, palak. Okay. Ascorbic acid, vitamin C, it is found basically in amla and some other citrus fruits also. Tartaric acid, it is found in tamarind, grapes and unripe mangoes. Not ripened mangoes, unripe mangoes. So these are some of the acids with their source. Okay. Now there is one more information regarding this one. Apple, which acid is found? Malic acid is found. Okay. So remember this one, that I have not included. This side what is there? Name of some bases with their founding. Okay. Calcium hydroxide is found in lime water. Lime water means aqueous solution of lime, that is called lime water. In the lime water, which base is found? Calcium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Window cleaner, you might have heard. One liquid is used to clean the windows. Okay. Which base is found? Ammonium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, it is found in the soap. So we are using variety of soaps or not? Now bathing soap we are using. In bathing soap basically potassium hydroxide is there. And now cleaning soap, basically sodium hydroxide is found. Again you will study this one in higher class. Next one is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is found in milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia, antacid tablet you might have heard. Whenever person is suffering from acidity, doctor is prescribing one tablet. That is milk tablets or any syrup, suspension. So in milk of magnesia, that is called milk of magnesia. In milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide is there. Now you may ask, sir, why only milk of magnesia? These are bases, anything we can take. Soap solution also we can drink, so that acidity can be subsided. But remember, we should take such kind of chemicals to our body which are not harmful for our body. If you will take the soap solution, that may create injury in internally. Okay. But magnesium hydroxide, it does not create injury internally. That is why we are using magnesium hydroxide. So these are the name of some acids and bases which we are using in our daily life. Okay, like soap, daily we are using or not? So soap is base only. Okay. Similarly, these acids, all these acids daily we are eating. Tamarind, tartaric acid. Okay. Spinach, oxalic acid, citrus fruits, lemon juice, daily we are using or not. So why I wrote this one? You should remember these acids and bases name, because in our daily life somewhere we are using this one. Okay. Now let us move towards the indicator. Okay. Indicators are the substances which are used to distinguish between acids and bases. Okay. So let us have more idea about the indicators. Okay. So what are indicators? Indicators are the substances which are used to distinguish between acidic or basic substances. So indicator, as their name itself suggests, indicates, means they indicates whether the given substance is acidic in nature or basic in nature. Okay. Question arises here, how do they distinguish between acids and bases? Actually, indicators, they are basically colored substances. So they produce different color in acidic and basic medium. Okay. So in this way we can distinguish, means in acidic substances or acidic solution they produce one particular color, and in basic solution they produce another color. So in this way we can distinguish between the acids and bases by using or by adding these indicators to that acidic or basic substances, or adding one drop of acidic or basic solution to these indicators. Okay. Means they produce different colors in different medium, acidic and basic medium. That is why easily they can distinguish between acids and bases. Now question arises here, how many types of indicators are there? There are two types of indicators. One is natural indicator, another one is synthetic indicators. Okay. So natural indicators are those indicators which are found in the nature. They are found in the nature. Okay. Now just see, litmus is the most important example. Litmus, turmeric daily we are eating or not? Turmeric we are using in the sambar, vegetables, dal, pulses. In almost all cooked food except some foods we are not using the turmeric, otherwise insufficient quantity of turmeric is being added to our eatables food. Okay. And it is a colored substance. Litmus is also colored substance. China rose petals is also the colored substance only, and it produces different color in acidic and basic medium. So since they are found in the nature, that is why they are called natural indicator. Next one is the synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicators, they are man-made indicators. They are basically organic substances. Okay. And their solution is used to distinguish between acids and bases. Two examples I wrote here, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Okay. And they also produce different color in acidic and basic medium. Okay. So now here what is there? I taught you indicators, their type, and I taught you how do they distinguish between acids and bases. Okay. So in this way indicators are also over. Now I have to teach you litmus, what is their behavior toward the acidic and basic substances. Similarly, turmeric and China rose petals. Okay. How do they prepare? And now how they are distinguishing between acidic and basic solutions. So now detailed study of these indicators are required. Okay. So let me complete the first litmus. Okay. Okay. So the first natural indicator is litmus. Okay. So just see the first point which I wrote here, later on I will tell you. Now start from here. It is natural dye. Dye means colored substance. It is found in basically one lichen. Lichen is one type of alga. So it is natural dye which is extracted from lichens. Okay. Lichens is one type of alga. Alga, do you understand? Wherever water is getting stagnated, you might have seen the green patches those green patches are called alga. Just like a plant is there, they are also classified as plant. And one type of alga is lichens. So it is basically extracted from lichen, and it is natural dye, means naturally colored substance. Its original color is purple. Its original color is purple. It produces red color when added to acidic solution and blue color when added to basic solution. Now just see, this point is most important. It is producing different color in acidic and basic medium. In acidic medium it is producing red color, in basic medium it is producing blue color. So I have summarized here, just see. Litmus solution, what is the original color? Purple. When it is added to acidic solution, it is producing red color. Okay. Similarly, litmus solution, original color is purple. When added to the basic solution, it is producing blue color. Okay. So just see, the behavior of litmus is different in different medium. Okay. Nowadays what is there? Instead of solution, this is available in two color paper strips, red and blue. In the lab both are available, red color paper strips and blue color paper strips. Okay. So this is all about the litmus. Now I will show you some interesting things about the litmus with the help of extra marks. Okay. So try to understand. Now one animated video will also be there. In this way your all doubts will be clarified. Okay, so just see here more thing about the litmus. Okay, so instead of using the litmus solution as such, two types of litmus solution are used. These are called blue litmus solution and red litmus solution. So these are the solution, but basically it is found in two color paper strips. Okay, just see.
Generally, red and blue litmus paper strips are used to find the nature of the solution, that is, acidic, basic or neutral.
Just see, this is blue color litmus strip and this is red color strips. Okay.
Following illustration shows that an acidic solution turns blue litmus into red. For detailed explanation, watch the upcoming video carefully.
If you are given a colorless liquid, how will you find if it is acidic or basic? Let us use litmus paper to find it. For this activity, we need a colorless liquid, red and blue litmus paper. Red litmus paper turns blue in basic solution and blue litmus paper turns red in acidic solution. Dip one end of blue litmus paper into the liquid and observe carefully. The blue litmus paper turns red. Now, repeat the same activity with the red litmus paper. Notice that it remains unaffected. From these observations, we can conclude that the colorless liquid is an acid because it turns blue litmus paper red, while the red litmus paper remains unchanged.
Okay, so just see, in acidic solution, blue litmus changes into red. In basic medium, red litmus changes into blue. Okay, so just see here. Don't worry, afterwards I will summarize all those points. Don't worry, just keep on watching. So basic solution turns red litmus blue. Red litmus blue. Just see.
How will you find if it is acidic or basic? Let us use litmus paper to find it. For this activity, we need a colorless liquid, red and blue litmus paper. Red litmus paper turns blue in basic solution, and blue litmus paper turns red in acidic solution. Dip one end of red litmus paper into the liquid and observe carefully. The red litmus paper turns blue. Now, repeat the same activity with the blue litmus paper. Notice that it remains unaffected. From these observations, we can conclude that the colorless liquid is a base because it turns red litmus paper blue while the blue litmus paper remains unchanged.
Okay. Conclusion of behavior of red and blue litmus paper strips. So okay, now you might have seen in the video, just I have summarized. Red litmus, its original color is red. If you are adding to acidic solution, so red will remain red. Similarly, blue litmus paper, their color is blue. If you are adding basic solution, blue will remain blue only. But just see, these two are very important. Red litmus paper, if you are adding basic solution to it, then it will be turned into blue. Similarly, blue litmus paper, if you are adding basic solution, it will change into, if you are at blue litmus paper, if you are adding acidic solution, so it will turn into red. Okay, so this is the behavior you can note down. Okay, so ultimately what is the conclusion? Litmus is the natural indicator which distinguishes between acids and bases by producing different color in acidic and basic medium. There is one more category of substances. They are called neutral substances. What are the neutral substances? Neutral substances, they neither change the color of blue or red litmus paper. They are neither acidic nor basic. Okay, so this point is written here. Its common example is common salt. What is this one? Common salt. Okay, this is the example. So neutral substances, they neither change the color of red litmus paper nor they change the color of blue litmus paper. Hence we can say neither they are acidic nor they are basic. Okay, so in this way almost today's video is finished. Now this is the time to give you some questions. So okay dear cadets, now note down the certain questions which I am going to give you from today's start part. Name 5 acids and bases which they are found in. As such, column wise you should write. Next one, what are indicators? Write their types. Okay, write their types. You can write their examples also. Okay, next one is how do blue and red litmus paper distinguish between acids and bases? So now this is a detailed question. You should write in the sentence and afterwards that conclusion you should write as such. Okay, now what is the original color of litmus solution? Everybody knows that its original color is purple. Next one is where does litmus extracted from? So litmus is extracted from lichen. Okay, it is a natural dye. So whatever, one more question you can write. That question is what are neutral substances? Please write down this question also. Question number 6. What are neutral substances? What are neutral substances? Okay, so please write down their question means answers. Okay, and as and when I require, I will demand it. Okay, thank you.